The coronavirus pandemic has forced countless companies to embrace remote work solutions, and now many businesses have decided to permanently provide this option to their employees. So, with professionals now enjoying more freedom and flexibility from home, many of those workers, including those right here in Sacramento, are ditching their current gigs or digs, I should say, and relocating where the cost of living is cheaper. Here with more insight from their survey is Fishbowl Co-Founder Loren Appin. Welcome to the show, Loren.
Hi, thanks so much for having me, Aubrey.
So Fishbowl did a survey and found one of the side effects of working from home is people looking into relocating.
Exactly. So yeah, to tell you a bit more about that, first, our platform Fishbowl, where we ran the survey, is a workplace social network where verified employees and professionals from many industries can speak more candidly and anonymously about their work lives. So that gives us a pulse on what they're thinking. Every week we run a survey, and the question we asked was, has working from home caused you to consider moving to a more affordable city?
So which cities are seeing people leave?
So the top cities, as you would expect, are some of the ones where they're the most, you have the highest cost of living, such as San Francisco, New York, and DC. And across 18,000 respondents, 47% on average responded that they have considered or have already moved from their current cities. Sacramento actually ranked number 6.
Wow, and so Sacramento was on that list, and I'm looking at the list, and obviously there's one thing that's in common with several of these places. It's the cost to live there. Some of the most expensive places to live on this list. Where are people choosing to move? People are choosing to move out and relocate elsewhere. Where are they going?
Yeah, so that's what's been quite interesting. It seems that everyone has a different place they're moving to. It's typically kind of one notch down in terms of cost of living. So as you would expect, people from San Francisco, maybe New York, are actually now considering moving to Sacramento. But then what we've also seen is that many professionals working in Sacramento are considering leaving Sacramento to go be closer to family in a more affordable, smaller town as well.
Okay, so there's people coming to Sacramento, there's people leaving Sacramento. I get it. I left the Bay Area, I'm in Sacramento, but then there's also people leaving Sacramento, moving on. How does the job industry, how does that play a part in determining which people are able to relocate?
Yeah, so what we've seen is that when we broke it down by industry, tech and professional services really ranked at the top, with more than 50% of these professionals wanting to move to a more affordable city. However, when you look at healthcare or educators, teachers, only 11% of teachers said that they were really able to move to another city because their job was more tied to that city, in fact. So I'd say those professionals that are able to use tech to work from home.
Right, and there's some jobs that you can't just do from home, like TV, which we figured out a way to do it, but obviously a lot of it has to be in person. What about our age? Does the age play a big part in people who want to relocate?
That was a really interesting slice for us as well. So we saw that typically younger professionals are more likely to consider moving to a more affordable city or state. So more than 50% of professionals under the age of 40 were likely to move. However, when you looked at those that were already in their 40s, it dropped down to 25 to 30%. I think this gets into your stage of life. If you're more settled, you have a family, it's more difficult and requires more to relocate.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And is it men or women who are more eager to move? Do you have those stats?
Yeah, it's actually men by a bit. So it's around 50% of men, where it's 42% of women as well.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Now, tell me, why did Fishbowl decide to do a survey on the work from home stats and people moving in and out?
Yeah, so Fishbowl really is a network for different online professional communities where it allows professionals to speak more candidly about this new era of work from home. And so every week we see what is top of mind, and we have a good pulse for what is important for these professionals and how their work lives have dramatically changed over the past two to 3 months, especially with the pandemic. So for us, we like to run these surveys to help let professionals see what others are thinking and to be able to empathize with those that are going through the same scenario of working from home.
I agree. Sometimes it's good to know that you're not the only one. What else does Fishbowl offer?
So Fishbowl as a whole is a place for any professional to be able to find a community for them. Much of our lives is spent in this professional self. And so whether you're a physician or a teacher, a consultant, or someone like yourself, a reporter, we have communities for you to connect with others that spend half their day doing what you do as well.
Great. Loren Appin with Fishbowl, we appreciate you joining us today.